गुड मॉर्निंग फ्रेंड्स। आज मैं आपके सामने प्रस्तुत हूँ इंग्लिश को लेकर करके हाउ वी कैन इम्प्रूव इंग्लिश। आई एम हेयर नरेटिंग some 101 basic points, not in any particular order, but they are useful, and you may view all these, note down all these. You can get screenshots also, and you will learn a lot. It will be helpful because today English is dominating in every field, and आज हम जानते ही हैं कि आज के बच्चे जो हैं उनके लिए देश जो है विश्व बड़ा संकुचित हो सका है। दे वांट टू मूव टू अदर कंट्री, दे वांट टू go for higher education in there, they go for business abroad. So everything is there and they need that language which can make a bonding. So for that, I will start, and you may. Myself, Ramesh Deva from Edustep Foundation. I welcome you all, and I request you that it is very important video. Watch till end and share it maximum with every student, every teacher, parent, in your community, in your groups, so that it may reach up to every student, every needy person. Point number one, don't be afraid to make mistakes. Mistakes are also our teachers if we learn from them, and this is the way how we learn. Keep trying new things, keep making mistakes, and you will keep learning. Point number two, if you are in an all English speaking environment, make a note of different ways of saying things and try to use them. Use synonyms, phrases, etc. Point number three, when you are out and about or online and you see new words or phrases, take a photo so you can check later. Point number four, practice the four core skills: reading, writing, speaking, and listening. They will all help you to improve in different ways. Point number five, practice every day. Decide how much time a week you are going to spend studying and stick to it. Remember, be realistic. Point number six, keep a note of new words, phrases you learn. Choose 3 or 4 to practice each day. Point number seven, when you find a new word, phrase, think about how you could use it in sentences and try to use it in a conversation. Point number eight, talk to your pet in English. Point number nine, visit any free English website or YouTube channel or at least once a day and complete a lesson. You can contact Edustep Foundation. Point number 10, if you are interested in learning connected speech, choose an English speaking show you like and turn the subtitles on for a few minutes. For those few minutes, focus intensely on the difference between the pronunciation and the written form. Point number 11, know yourself. If you are not a morning person, don't study in the morning. Point number 12, make use of commutes and dead time to review what you have learned. Point number 13, when you are learning new words, don't learn the word on its own. Also look at the words around it to help your fluency. Point number 14, give yourself a long term goal. For example, taking a test. You will find that you work harder when you need to study for something. Point number 15, saying that it is better not to study just to take a test. Think of the bigger picture. You can, uh, what can you do when you have a good command of English? How will the quality of your life improves? Point number 16, give yourself short term goals to and reward yourself when you achieve each one. Be realistic. Don't set unachievable goals. or you will lose motivation. When you don't complete them, what can you realistically complete in the time you have? Point number 17, English is about communication. Set goals that are personal, not linguistic, because these are more motivating. For example, I want to be able to tell my friends about my holiday. Point number 18, know what works best for you. Think about what methods have been successful for you in the past. Point number 19, but be open to new ways of learning. Learn how to reflect not just on what works, but what works best. Point number 20, get help. If you don't understand something, you have got to ask someone. Ask your teacher, classmates, or friends for help. Point number 21, review, review, review. Make sure that you take the time to review things you have studied in the past. Point number 22, it is not a good idea to study on your own for more than 30 minutes at a time. Take regular breaks, get some fresh air, and stretch your legs. Point number 23, remember you can learn from everyone, whether they are the same level, a lower level, or higher than you. Point number 24, watch movies, TV shows you have already seen in your own language. It will be easier to follow, and you can focus on specific language areas you are interested in. Point number 25, don't be in such a hurry to move up a level. Learning English is about your progress, not your level. As long as you are progressing, you are in the right level. Read graded readers. These books are specially written for your level. Read a whole novel. You can do it. You will feel great afterwards. Point number 27. Online articles are a good place to find passive constructs. Read through an article and see if you can find the passive sentences. Remember, we don't use these as much when we speaking. Point number 28. You could also try reading a book that you have already read in your language. It will make it easier to follow and allow you to enjoy the experience. Point number 29. Read the journal meaning first. Don't worry about understanding every word. Point number 30. Go back to the article and identify the keywords. Try to guess them for context. From context. 31. Look up keywords to confirm your guesses. 32. Go and tell someone about the interesting article you have just read using your newly learned keywords. Point number 33. When you learn a new word, think of all its other forms: beautiful, adjective, beauty, noun, beautifully, adverb. Point number 34. Learn prefixes dis, on, re, and suffixes li, meant, full. These will help you to figure out the meaning of words and build your vocabulary. 35. When recording vocabulary, group words together by category. For example, transport, bus, car, train, plane, ferry. 36. For new words, count the syllables and find where the stress is. Only one stress per word and always on a vowel. Two syllable words normally have a stress on the second syllable. Begin. Two syllable noun, teacher, and the adjective happy often stress the first. 37. Use your inner voice while you are going about your day to practice in English. Tell yourself a story about your previous weekend, or even just a commentary or what you can see as you go about town. 38. You can't learn English with only a book. Like driving a car, you can only learn through doing it. Find opportunities to speak. Try to find a local language exchange event. 39. When learning grammar, form is important, but not as important as understanding how to use it in conversation. Keep an English diary or journal. Start by writing a few sentences a day and then get into the habit of writing more. Try out new words, phrases, and language points you have learned. 41. Why not start an online blog and share your writings with the world? 42. When writing a text, brainstorm as many ideas as you can without worrying about grammar or spelling. Then think about the structure of your text. After that, write your piece. When you have written something in another language, it can be hard to see you own mistakes. Leave a break before reading it or give it to someone else to check for mistakes. 44. Keep an eye on your punctuation as it can totally change what you are trying to say. Check out the difference in meaning between these two sentences. A woman without her man is nothing, and a woman without her man is nothing. 45th. Sing your heart out. Show the world your beautiful voice. Learn English songs and sing along with them to improve fluency and intonation. Anyone for karaoke. 46. Join an online group. For example, Facebook, WhatsApp, Discord, and use English while messaging or posting any post. 47th. Record yourself on your phone describing a person, your room or house or place you like. You can even describe the actions you are doing. Listen again the next day to see what you said. You can evaluate and improve your own speaking. 48th. Once you have come home from living in an English speaking country, having the radio or TV on in English helps your brain think you are still there and aid language retention. 49th. Use music sites with the lyrics. Read out loud along with your favorite tracks again and again. This is a great for intonation, pronunciation, and rhythm. 50th. Ask your helpful teacher if you can record their lesson. This is a great way to review. You can also listen to your teacher's speaking speed and intonation. Sorry. 51. Your dictionary should be an aid, not your main teacher. Try to guess the meaning of word first rather than going straight for your dictionary. 52nd. Use an English dictionary as it will help you to keep thinking in English and not translating. 53rd. If an English dictionary seems scary, there are learners dictionary for English students of your level. 54. Don't give up. Stay positive. Sometimes you will feel that you are not learning quickly enough. Everyone feels like this. Don't worry about it. You will get there in the end. 55th. Enjoy it. We learn more when we are having fun. 56th. If you get nervous when speaking, take 2 deep breaths before you say something. You will speak better when you feel relaxed. 57. Keep yourself motivated by looking back at the textbooks and audio material you used in the past. You will be surprised at how easy they seem to you now. Congratulations, your level is improving. 58. You are never too young or too old to start learning English. Don't make excuses not to learn. What are you waiting for? 59. Set small achievable goals for your language learning and check that you can reach each target in the time you set. The small goals will build towards bigger improvement but will keep you motivated. 60. If you haven't achieved the results you wanted yet, it is not because you are bad at languages. It is because you haven't found your own special way to learning yet. 61st. Use resources which match your level. Don't use text listening exercises which are too difficult. Use material which challenge you but not frustrate you. 62nd. Try reading articles or books that you are a level lower than yours. Focus on reading quickly to build your reading fluency and confidence. 63rd. Don't worry about making your accent perfect. It is an important part of your cultural identity to keep your accent. 64th. There are many types of English: British, American, South African, and so on. None of these are wrong, are not as important. English is English. 65th. Instead, be aware of the differences in American and British English and choose your words accordingly. For example, elevator, United States, lift, British. 66. Use online flashcards from your phone. Quizlet. There are pre-made subjects for you to use and it is also interactive with the ability to create your own study set. Website is quizlet.com English GB. ENGB. 63rd. Use post notes and stick them around your home. You can use them to label things. Stick one on your pet dog. 68. You can't ignore phrasal verbs, two-word verbs. These are hundreds of them in English and they are widely used. Don't try to learn them in list by verb. Learn them in context. 69. Sometimes it helps to make a second to think about what you are going to say. Native speakers say mm or to give them something taking thinking time. Meet new people. 70. Meet new people. Make the effort to mix with English speakers in your town. You could join a club or go to bar where foreigners hang out. Buy one a drink. They love it. 71st. Be the person to start conversation in English. Try to keep the conversation moving and use listening words. Really. Go on. What happened then? Don't wait for others to speak to you. Get in there. 72nd. Bear in mind that conversation are a two-way event. Listening is just as important as speaking. 73rd. It is not enough to only learn lists of English words. You need to think about how to use them in conversation. Conversation involves chunks of language. 74th. Verb systems and time makers are used by English speakers to talk about the timing of actions. You might not have the same system in your own language. It is important that you learn these and when to use them. 75th. English has a few irregular verbs and only three forms to learn. To start, it is a good idea to focus on the most common one. 76. Keep it up. If you take a break from speaking English, you will find that you soon forget some of what you have learned. 77. Don't worry. There's lots of easy, quick ways to keep your English knowledge fresh. 78. Don't despair. It is never too late to come back to English. With a bit of work, You can pick up where you left off. 79. Don't be put off by a bad test score. There is more to language competency than passing a test. Do some work on testing strategies and retake the test. 80th. Learn English with a friend. You will have someone you can practice with and you can motivate each other to study. 81st. Remember, the way we write English is not the same as how it is pronounced. For example, oh has ever six pronunciations. Familiar yourself the phonetic alphabet. It will help you correctly pronounce words in the dictionary. 82nd. Get used the schwa sound. An unstressed and toneless neutral vowel sound. The is the most common vowel sound in English. For example, the A in about and the U in supply. Keep in mind that it feels like it takes longer to improve when your level is high. Don't think that you are suddenly not learning anymore. It is just a less noticeable progress. 84th. Make sure that your English matches the occasion. It is okay to use slang with friends but not in a business meeting. Decide in which situation it is appropriate to use the words and phrases you have learned. 86. Idioms are used a lot in the conversation, but it is more important for a learner to recognize them rather than replicate them. 87. We usually link words ending with a consonant sound to words beginning with a vowel sound. Consonant to vowel. We link words ending with a vowel sound to words beginning with a vowel sound, vowel to vowel. Practice these to improve your listening and pronunciation. 88. Think about your strengths and weaknesses. Write down which area you want to improve on and work on improving them. 89. Unlearn your mistakes. Listen out for your mistakes while you are speaking and don't be afraid to correct it. If you hear it over time, you will get annoyed with yourself and gradually you will stop making it. 90th. For fluency, try image training. Most conversations follow a common script before you go to that restaurant. Think through what the waiter is likely to say to you and how you will respond. 91st. Consider what stories you will tell before you enter a social situation. What have you read, seen, what that you can talk about? This preparation can really help you to be more fluent and accurate. 92nd. Much communication comes through body language and gesture. These can be different between cultures and countries. 93rd. The easiest one, sleep. You will learn more after a good night's sleep. You will be able to concentrate more. Take an English language course in an English speaking institute or country. If you can't travel, think about any online courses. 95th. If you are studying abroad, mix with people from other countries, not only people from your own country. It is not a good idea for you to live in a shared house with people from your own country. Enjoy more cultural experience by spending time and other nationalities. 96. Ensure your teacher is a qualified English language teacher and not just a native speaker. There is more to learn a language than just speaking. Consider choosing an established school like Edustep to source your private teacher. 97. Once you have a basic level of English, explore the different ways you can say the same thing. This makes your English more interesting to the listener. And it should not be too difficult for you because you already know the basics. For example, how many ways can we say goodbye in English? 98. When you are on your English course, be prepared for your class. Do your homework as soon as possible and had it in on time. Review your notes and your last lesson a few minutes before the class. Doing this will refresh your memory and you will be warmed up for lesson. 99. Make the most of your time in class. Be focused and participate fully. You won't get a second chance. 100. Use English whenever you can. It is as simple as that. 101. Last but not least, learn English with Edustep and learn it as a language, not as a subject. Thank you, friends. I hope you have watched the total one and found new things, some steps, some ideas, some things, and it will be helpful for you. And you will found that with this you can learn a lot. From time to time, I will share some points. I will give some other tips for grammar, for learning words, updating your vocabulary. And once again, I request you to subscribe it, share it, and comment it so that it may reach up to every student, every teacher, every needy person. Thank you. We will meet again tomorrow. Wish you all the best. Have a nice day.